All right. Well, welcome. Thank you for inviting us. This is a special opportunity, and it's really the first time that we're doing this, so you're seeing the first time that we're doing this. So we're going to jump right in. You can go to the first slide. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, how's it going? How's everybody doing today? Heck yeah. So my name is Akhil. I, as the slide says, I'm the co-founder of Aané, but I primarily work on senior living projects in the industry right now. But I also do research into tech and the intersection of tech and architecture, find pain points and find solutions. And this is one of the solutions that I think would help all of us in our industry kind of move into artificial intelligence. And that's why we're here. And Nate.
Hello. My name is Nate. Good to meet you all. My primary job, I'm a user researcher, so I literally study how people use technology and make it better, and also work in like product marketing as well. In my role in Aané, he's the brains behind the operation.
But he's the looks.
So I'm mostly focused on marketing efforts, growth, and also education, something I'm very passionate about. I also teach at Kennesaw as well, teach design tech there. So without further ado, we can talk about today. So I'm just curious to get a show of hands. How many of you use ChatGPT? Or I'll even how many of you use ChatGPT? Okay, I think that's about almost 100%, maybe not over there. How many people used it today? What percentage would you say
Well, it's like
was?
30%.
I think it was a little higher, probably like 50%.
Yeah, no, it was 30. I think it was 30.
So
Let's be conservative.
yeah. One of the trends that we're seeing is the proliferation of agents and chatbots. Recent survey here, OpenAI being the #1 tool. It was a limited survey, but the question asked here was, what tools do you use in your day-to-day work? And what we're seeing, this market trend of people are starting to, this is transforming how people work. It's also transforming how people shop. So if you see, there's this Perplexity new powered shopping assistant. It used to be, not too long ago, a long time ago, we used to surf the internet, look at different articles, scroll down the Google page. Now we just see the summary and we get the information instantly. And so this is a little bit of the inspiration here of what we're about to talk about.
Well, and so I guess what we're trying to get at is, so the current workflow, I feel like you guys would know this, is like every individual, every professional kind of does all of these things in the day-to-day business. Like they do email search, you search for details, create renders, but you're kind of using multiple different apps all at the same time. And so what he spoke about AI agents is what we're trying to showcase with our app is like the future of the workflow would be with the application of agents. And so you could now, instead of using 5 different apps to get from point A to point B, you could just use one app to get your information that you need. What do I mean by that? So what I mean by that is the future of the workflow would then be a firm professional speaking to the agent, and the agent then asks or uses different apps for you. And so all you need is probably Revit or Arcol, you know, yeah, as a design software, but then you have another tool that does everything for you. All you have to do is basically it's like talking to your colleague, but you're not, you're talking to an AI agent or an assistant, right? And that's what Aané is.
So, similar to Google's mission of organizing and making information useful, we organize, activate your firm's creative DNA, making design expertise instantly accessible and useful for everyone at your company, powered by large design models that learn and adapt to your firm's unique standards and preferences. So what we're talking about here is your architecture firm would have an agent that knows your design standards, your firm's DNA, and we will take a look at what that means. What it can look like. So this is
Yeah. Well, no, before that, I think we all another thing that to focus on is the AEC, the current state of AEC or the data in the AEC. All of the details that you have is so like all over the place, right? And I'm not sure if you guys do this, but if you are working on a detail or on a project, you go through multiple different folders to search for, previous files, previous renders. And so I feel like this is where we are at in terms of data for our industry. And we want to get to this point where everything is structured and everything is easily accessible, which right now lives in thousands of folders. So this is an example of a semi-structured data, right? Like imagine looking at all of these to find details when you're working on CDs, or you're starting a new project and you're like, oh, we need to find new details, and you have to go through, I think there are 100 documents in this. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. And so with Aané, I think what we're trying to do is trying to kind of make this workflow better. So instead of having to go through multiple different folders or speaking to, I'm sure all your firms have these, professionals or colleagues who are like the go-to person with detail, and everybody just haranguing them. And so we're not trying to replace him, but we're trying to replace that, make that person's work a little bit lighter. And so with Aané, I think we're trying to start off with reorganizing all your firm's data, including, and it can range from details to drawings to specification to materials, the whole suite. All you have to do is just ask, can you find me a detail for a window jamb, and then it pops up for you, right? And so I want to show you a demo of how this app works. So imagine you start off with asking a detail. So that I think I was a little bit too fast. So this looks at details, elevations, and sections. And I think the beauty of this app is that we can customize it based on what the firm wants. Like say you just want to look at all of the materials that you've ever used in your firm's history, right? That can be that. And it's also connected to other different sources, so that one detail is now connected to the elevations and the project photos of that detail. So it's all interconnected as well, and it's not just, so it's multi-directional, it's not just unidirectional, it's just getting one set of data. And also it has the basic search that we're used to, where you put in a text-based search if you want to go back.
What do you all think? Any questions, reactions?
And so the current features that we're including right out of the box to create a large design model has like details, elevations, specifications, whatever. Basically whatever kind of data that the firm would get help with can be built into this app.
So our ask tonight is you can go to aane.io or scan the QR code and check out the platform. And you can join our wait list. You could get your own architectural agent for your firm. And happy to talk more about it, what we could do for you. So this is going to be a bespoke model that knows your specific design information. And it'll be all proprietary to you. So thanks for listening to us. I don't know, are we doing any time for questions, or we need to keep the train moving?
Well,
thank you very much.
Well, thanks guys, we appreciate it.